with this team?
It's kind of nerve wracking, but I'm just happy to be out on the field, just with the guys, blood, sweat, and tears, and just really playing football again.
Was there a point, like, I know there was a time when you lost feeling in your toes. Did you ever worry that, A, you wouldn't regain that feeling, but B, your career?
But hey, I always try to keep a positive, mindset and a great direction of focus on just what's ahead of me and in front of me too. So I really don't try to worry about that. I just know to fight and always fight and keep fighting and pushing. So that's all I really can do.
Thank
Hey,
you.
hey Reuben. When they brought you in, and I know the group that brought you in initially isn't the group that's here now, but what was that discussion like, and what did you tell them about and kind of your desire to play and everything you had been through legally?
Everything I've been through and trying to get back on the field, I just want to play football again. Something that I grew up loving, like that's something as a little kid, pee wee, high school, middle school, something when we had, like all that type of stuff. Like it's heartfelt when that field is not an option. So me just explaining myself, it wasn't enough, but me showing was enough. It was a lot. So I had to show instead of just saying, yeah, my passion speaks for itself on the field, like my gameplay. But I just had to, show it.
You knew a lot of the guys here from college. How did they help you out, take you under their wing, and kind of welcome you in?
They helped me keep my sanity, and my guys just helped me just laugh it through, play it through, keep my focus, and really down to earth, genuine guys, bro. Genuine guys from Ryan, all of them. I wouldn't just keep naming players, but all my guys really, like all my guys, like even the Washington football team, they did a great job of just, you know, taking extra precautions to process and all that and doing what they need to do. Once they did it, man, they just opened me with full arms, and I really thank them for that.
Hey Reuben, Sam Fortier with the Washington Post. Thanks for doing this. I wonder, like, when you're out on the field, when you go to that first practice, kind of what are you, thinking about or looking at? Hey, this feels like it used to. I want to, make sure I get better here. What was that kind of like? What were you focusing on in practice?
I was focusing on my leg and focusing on like my first day of practice, really like, and I was happy on it. Like I was happy about it, but it just I was focusing on my leg and like, dang, am I the same again, or will I ever be the same, or will I ever, what I'm saying, be that type of caliber guy, like But I don't be thinking to the point that it's gonna stop my playing, my play style, or whatever. I just got to get confidence out there.
And obviously, you've gone through two training staffs now. I guess now that you're working with a different one, what was that kind of transition like, and what's it like working with this new staff?
Want to say it again?
Uh, you had a different training staff, obviously, when you came here, and through your rehab process, I guess, what's it like working with the new training staff that they have here?
Oh, both of the training staff are great, are phenomenal, but not but it's like of course we got a new training staff, so just working with them, I just know like different tricks from both hands, and just working with them, just showing them hard work, and they showing me hard work and dedication to just getting me better and get me back out on the field.
Thank you.
Reuben, John Kine, ESPN. I'm just curious with the trouble, the legal troubles that you had to go through. What did you learn from having gone through those situations?
I respect your answer too, man. I learned a lot, just to answer that. But right now, I'm not even worrying about all that. It's in a review. I'm keeping the review. I'm looking to the future and try to look on the better things and get back on that field.
Absolutely, I understand that. Along with that, so what have you just even in the last year and a half have you made changes in your life to make sure that whether health or anything that going forward you can become the player that you had hoped to be coming out?
Well, I learned how to cook and cook healthy for myself, so that's a plus. And just being myself and really just stay focused, dog, and just keep a narrow road and keep them blinders on what a horse got have on, and just stay focused.
Thank you.
Hey, Reuben, Les Carpenter at the Washington Post. After when you left San Francisco, a lot was said publicly about you, and there was a lot of certainly reputation had kind of been cemented by the arrests and the things. Did you recognize that person? Was that who you felt that you were, or kind of was there a perception out there that you didn't think was necessarily you?
Bro, to know Reuben is to love Reuben. That's all I have to say. And I love myself, and I always keep myself happy. And that's all I have to say for that question, brother.
A lot of the guys I've talked to from your teammates that were with you at Alabama, and even the coaches and things, have always said that you were the leader type. That's something that you could be, in the locker room and out. Have you been able to be that? I know you've been hurt, but I've gotten the sense that you kind of have that. Have you been able to do that a little bit here?
I'm kind of rusty right now, far as of trying to be that part, trying to put myself in everybody's shoes, and trying to be that leadership of trying to be vulnerable and humble, and let everybody be a big dog over me, a big, a leader over me, because I'm a person that will listen, and I'm a person that will welcome you open arms and shit, or stuff.
Hey, Reuben, Ben Standing with The Athletic. The coaches have talked a lot about flexibility with all positions, but including linebacker, the ability to play. See you guys play different spots. But I'm just curious for you as you're coming back, what do you envision yourself? Where do you think you're potentially most effective within the linebacking group?
Well, I need to work more on, certain things that I don't want to talk about right now, because I don't want the opponents to use it against me. But I'm still a thumper. I'm still a hard hitter. I just gotta be confident in my play style and my plays and all that, and then everything will come.
And in terms of maybe not giving some things away, I'm just curious, in terms of physically, obviously you said you're still gaining confidence in the knee, but what are some of the things that you still need to work on in terms of being able to be on the field, lateral quickness, or rushing the pass, or whatever it may be? What are some of the things, like, physically you think you're still kind of working towards?
Confidence, and I won't be able to do none of those things without confidence. I promise you I won't.
Thank you.
JP, are you on?
Yeah, I'm here, Charlie. Thank you.
Yep.
Reuben, I'm just curious, what is it like after everything that's happened for you since Washington claimed you to be back on the field, coming, through the firestorm of getting claimed and then getting injured, and now you're back out there, new staff. What's it like to be out there, and how are you feeling?
It's weird. It's weird, but and of course, 2 years. I been in the game for 2 years. Of course, it's gonna be weird, but I'm always for a challenge. I'm up for any challenge, any and every challenge, and I'm not. When it comes to football, I'm not gonna, play baby steps. I'm taking big steps when it comes to this football, and it was weird coming into it.
And Reuben, forgive me if this got asked already, but Ron said you and he had a talk, and it was an important talk. I'm just curious what your relationship is like with the head coach.
Man, I trust him a lot, and he got my trust, and he got my dedication, and I just think he's a real stand-up guy, trustworthy guy, a real hard-nosed. He don't play the game. He don't play favoritism. He don't show that. But I like that about him. So hey, I'm a guy who here to work and love to work and love to play football. And he's the type of guy that love to play football. And he was a linebacker back in the day. So they give us a connection too there too.
Thank you very much.
Hey Reuben, Matt Garrison, the Washington Times here. I was just curious, what kind of role did Malcolm Blacken play for you? Did you guys have any conversations? I know he's like a development guy. Did he kind of take you under his wing at all, or what was kind of his role?
Yeah, Black took me under his wing. He showed me the way. He showed me like stuff that I was lacking, and helps and guide me in a certain path like I wouldn't say a certain religion. He gave me certain things that I should recommend, and I found my way toward with black, with the help of black, and black just give me advice 24/7, far as Doug, and they just I really appreciate black, like I really appreciate black, and everything he did for me.
And when you're hearing that advice, like, is it easy? Like, is it easy to pick up and then just go do, or does it take you a little bit to learn? Like, how do you kind of adjust to what you're kind of hearing, what they want you to do?
It's taking me some time to learn and get to it, but it's not gonna take me a long time to get it. I'm gonna be consistent and try to get it down pat. But I've been out for 2 years, and it's kind of hard. It's hard. And I'm not saying it's easy, but like I only know the pain. And certain people know what I'm going through too, with the injury and all that. But I just know that I gotta just keep fighting forward, keep pushing, dog.
We got time for 3 more.
Hey, Reuben, Pete Haley with NBC Sports Washington. You're talking about the pain and the journey you've been on. In your mind, what is the ultimate end goal? What have you been working toward these past couple of years?
Just been working hard to get back on the field, character-wise, just to, my character, put my character out there, display my character, if you want to say it like that. My personality. Just staying focused and staying sane, and that's it.
And what allowed you through this arduous process to stay focused and stay sane? We heard from Steve Russ that you've been on Zoom, muting yourself and going through calls. How do you kind of maintain that mental dedication after being away from the field for so long? What's been pushing you there?
I really don't know, but if I had to say in my own perspective, it's just going back to where I'm comfortable, but where I'm uncomfortable at the environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I'm my focus is just so powerful right now. Like I'm not trying to fall back. I'm trying to step forward. Like it's scary when you go back and you see everything going down, bro. It's scary. Real scary.
Hey Reuben, it's Jared Bell from USA Today. So cooking, what have you been cooking, man?
Oh man, I've been cooking up a little salmon, a little rack of ribs, a little rack of lamb, If you want some swordfish, we can get some swordfish in there too if you want it. But I've been doing like a little thing, little everything, baking fish, frying fish, baking swordfish. But I probably do like swordfish probably 5 times, not 5 times, 5 times without the week, like the whole, week. And then probably one day out that week, I probably do a set of meat.
So that's the go-to, swordfish, and you're trying to eat healthy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is my real question, though, and other people have touched on it, and you have in this conference. But I'm curious, when you go through the situations that you've been through over the past couple of years, is there a point where you realize that it could all be gone, and how tenuous the career could be in different situations that can come up, be it injuries or off the field, and how have you grown through that internally as a person?
I've grown a lot, just being humble, vulnerable, understanding for a lot of things, of life, real understanding of life. But it's just, like it's stuff that I can't really explain. Really, I can't explain, and it's hard to explain. Not saying I can't explain, but it's hard to explain. But I just know that my drive to get back on that field was insanely up
You
there.
appreciate the game a lot more. Does that go without saying that when you don't have the game, that
Man, I appreciate the game no matter what, sir. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate this game no matter what. I love the game from the jump. I just didn't, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't know no better from the game by healing properly, all that. But now I know. Now since I went through this injury and all that, I always loved this game.
yeah.
I was crazy for this game. I felt like God put me like right here and just dropped like this the football child, you know, like for real. Like I love this game. Never take it for granted from then.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, man. Good luck with it all.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Hey, Reuben.
Chris Russell, last one.
1067 The Fan and SI.com. When Reuben Foster is back to being Reuben Foster the way you were before the injury, can this defense and can you help make it dominant, or do you think like you have to see yourself for a long period of time before you know that you're back?
I say just not me as a one-man army, but like shoot, we got 11 guys, and 11 guys after that that's on backup, just ready to come knock some stuff loose, you know. So it's just like if we all can just buy in and just play our part, form our own land, bro. We got this. Like even with me with a bad wheel, we got this. Like I promise you. If we just buy in, we got this. I promise you.
All right. Thanks, everyone.